Listen, I'm gonna say this once. Jeezy needs to be accountable. Yeah, he needs to be accountable. Because if this was the manosphere, we would be talking, saying about how women don't learn, women need to pay attention, women to see the signs from early. Well, I'm gonna say this: Jeezy needs to see the signs from early. I don't know in what world he thought that once seen a pattern of behavior, she was gonna be different and changed. I did a video about her anger. Let's talk about her disrespect, her open disrespect for her ex-husband on national television. Oh, I'm gonna play you a clip. If you want to know when relationships, listen, I always talk about this, like to see how people are gonna behave, you have to see the pattern of behaviors. And once you analyze the pattern of behaviors, you have a foundation to work from. Look, I tell you guys, watch how people talk about their exes, watch how they maneuver around other people, pay attention to how they behave with you, observe those behaviors. Don't just listen to the words, observe the behaviors. This video here, like, I was like, my chest is burning, bro, from man to man. I was in my head, I was calculating, what would I do? And I said, I might have cussed her out on television, or I'm going to wait till after, and I can see why the relationship was going to end, because you did this to me, we gon' be in trouble. I promise you that, because what level of madness are you bringing to my door that you're going to insult me in front of millions of people on television? That's how little respect she had for him. And that pattern of behaviors for 10 years, you think you're going to change that when you get with me? You had 10 years of disrespecting a man, having power in that relationship, and you get in a relationship with me, and I tell you what it is, and you think you're not going to just change? Oh, because he's a good man, Savannah, he going to change. That ain't going to change. Jesus needs to be accountable because he held this one down. Right? Listen, we're going to get into the video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button. We're trying to get to 100K subscribers by the end of the year. I believe we can do this. It's impossible, but it's possible. With your help, we can do this. And I'm looking forward to it. The numbers are crazy. Y'all have been subscribing like there's no tomorrow. Make sure you do. Also, don't forget as well, we also have a membership as well. You can join that. It's £1, $1. You can help support the channel. And finally, if you haven't done so, why haven't you bought your merchandise? We have hoodies, we have jackets, windbreakers, bucket hats. Y'all need to get on this, man. You know what I mean? Grab your merchandise from down below, support the channel, support us, and get involved with the brand. Mineral Gang all day, every day. For those of you who are returnees, you know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated. Don't wash by that. You get me? The streets are hot. All right, let's get into this. Watch this video, and let's talk some more.
People's situation.
You know, you can sit down.
And
You're scaring me right now.
maybe I'm just looking for some compassion in situations, you know?
Yes.
Like
from your mother.
Yes, because if I don't get it at home, at least I can get it from my mother. You know?
Oh my God! That was how you really feel. I love it. She had some choice words to describe you in an earlier show. Take a look. I feel like I married my version of a Mitch.
Really?
Yes. When he's sick and his mom is around, it's a totally different man that I don't even know. You stood up real quick. Do you know what a Mitch is?
I just found out what that is today.
It's a male.
Now, when you call your man a male bitch, do you know how much disrespect you have issued upon him? I'm not even happy if a man called his wife a B word, because that's your wife. Do you know how much disrespect you're issuing upon that woman? But for a woman to call you a Mitch, the levels of respect for you are in the bin. Like, she really told us that she would get angry and had no self-awareness apparently in the last relationship because nobody was telling her and everybody's a yes man. Lie de Mattel. But then obviously now we're talking about you called your man a Mitch on national television, and I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there is more, right? The absolute disrespect that she had for her husband, I'm sure it traces back to her childhood. I'm sure if you go back to her childhood and she tells her stories about how her mother and father interacted, there's a reason why she disrespects openly her ex-husband. Now, Jesus has to take some accountability here because you saw that behavior and you thought you were going to be an exception. We tell women all the time that you thought you were going when a man's got a certain type of behavior. This woman's been doing this for 10 living years, married to that man. That level of the contemptuous disrespect that she has in that time, that she can do it on national television. calling him a Mitch in front of millions of people, emasculating him in front of millions of people, saying that she likes dark meat on the side and likes her white meat lean. Why? Probably because she feels like she has control over those type of people, whatever it is. And then you decide you want to marry that woman because she explained herself about the dark meat context. There needs to be some accountability on Jesus' side. I don't want to hear nothing about, trying to give him a pass. We ain't giving him a pass for free. You knew that this woman has some tendencies, bro, gets angry and disrespectful. And if that's the case, what was your conversations like? Because more than likely, you probably saw this behavior while I was dating. It didn't go away. It was there. While you were dating Jeanni Mai, I'm sure you were seeing this behavior propping up. All right. Now, she told us, oh, Jesus never tells me to change. I can't imagine that. Right. And if he isn't telling you to change, he's actually causing the downfall of the relationship, because if you're doing something wrong, I am going to call you out on it. If you're doing something that's going to affect me and the relationship and the way that I operate in it, I'm going to call you out on it. If you're doing something that is going to be detrimental and hurtful to me, to the relationship, I'm going to call you out on it. The fact that she said that he never called her out on it, this was in an interview with Shambudi, tells me that, listen, you're unaccountable, number one. And number two, that man was waiting to divorce you, because let me tell you this now, a man who cares will tell you, listen, that don't work for me. A man like Jeezy will tell you that don't work for me. He's got to tell you. Now, she said she came into an awareness only when she got with Jeezy. I can't imagine that. I think it's the first time you wanted to take, and as she said herself, it's the first time she wanted to take accountability. That's different. But here's the thing. Lepers don't just change. A cheetah doesn't just change. A tiger doesn't just change. A lion doesn't just change. They don't just become different. Okay? And I mean changing their spots, changing their stripes, changing their mane. It doesn't just happen, right? It's conscientious efforts. And I mean, a stripe and a spot won't change, but you know what I mean? It's conscientious efforts that go into changing this behavior. And so I've got to hold Jeezy accountable. You let the preference do what the preference do, and you didn't call that preference behavior out. It's ghetto, it's disrespectful, it's aggressive, it's all the above and more. But you decided you want to go for that. I told you, listen, if you search deep enough, you'll start to realize these relationships, there's a reason why these relationships don't really work long term. And it's because people get infatuated, people get lustful, people don't realize that there are aspects of people's behavior that are not conducive, they're destructive to a relationship. I'm not going to ever think, oh, it's going to be different with me. No, if I see you disrespectfully to him, I'm next. No matter how much you fancy me or like me, I'm next. And that's how you have to look at it. If I'm disrespectful to that woman there, I'm more than likely can be disrespectful to you because I've been disrespectful over there. I'm consistent in my behaviors. Don't ever think you're an exception to the rule. That's what Jeezy did. He married and now he's divorced, or at least he's going to be divorced. Trying to be the exception to the rule. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Comment down below, guys. Like, share.